Hello, you cult-possessed people. When you're being watched, heard, observed, spied on, it is obvious that love transcends you. I know it because every night on my balcony I admire this gargantuesque city and ideas come to me along with questions that throw me back to my own solitude. Leaning on the balustrade, I take a big waft of this freshly polluted air through which I sometimes breathe in the smell of a fallen plane tree leaf or a touch of the freezing winter breeze scattered in my hair, and I admire the glass towers and stone buildings whose lit windows, like millions of sparkling stipples, are hiding howls of pleasure getting lost into the night. In short, I'm wondering how many people are banging right here and now. Yeah, well, much like everybody else, huh? One can be a poet and also like sex, since eroticism and poetry are like one body. Matter of fact, sex is like one body with another thing, which I'm going to describe right now. Have you ever noticed how in the span of one sensual and erotic kiss, you're being transposed from civilization to a superior world? Through one single French move, one dimension is crossed by two beings. You and the other person you're intimate with are now part of another universe, whereas the rest of the world is with its feet on the sad ground. You feel like you're taking off. This way you're joining the private group of those that play the beast with two backs. At this moment, you're being united with the whole copulating human race, through body and mystical soul that this sect seems to cultivate. Because yes, sex is like a sect. For those that perform these rituals estranged to anybody provided with any common sense are in a room or in a bathroom that nobody else can access. The communion of these two fleshes has them fly away to seventh heaven, beyond the eternal Father. All the others around you are very lucid. They know very well that something is going on. The thing is, they're not invited because they don't have their membership card. And anyway, their opinion is of no interest to anybody. Generally, everybody knows what's happening, yet nobody says it out loud. It's always scary to approach sects. By knocking on that door, behind which a sacred union that's not validated by any religion that's official or officious, you could come off as an inquisitor whose only damnation is not enjoying this secondary state. Then once the meeting is over, you come out of your partner and of the room where it all happened and everybody's staring at you. Look at these two, they say. They look suspicious. Looks like they both attended a big mass at the sect of the ass. You're being asked curiosity-packed questions, like most questions actually. In their defense, you have to admit that sects are fascinating, and if one's got a taste for the unknown, he'll try to imagine every aspect of this foreign world. But you're lying. You're too uncomfortable being aside from society's rules, because this sect puts a distance between you and the common mortals. Cigarette in mouth and zipper still gaping, you will say out of sheer cowardice that it was your partner's fault because she wanted to show you her new books, or he wanted to show you his new curtains, or the new hands dryer in the bathroom. And people will pretend they believe you. They're not to be taken in. They know you attended the sect. And you know that they know from their little falsely embarrassed chuckles. Then what can you do? Since you're unmasked, to answer their distressing questions in the correct way, I suggest you take advantage of your zipper that's still open to pull your pants all the way down and therefore illustrating exactly what happened in that room. You could even demonstrate it a bit further by initiating one or two new members to the sect whose curiosity will have fly away to upper spheres. Thus, and this is understandable, I'm careful with sects. I don't like the idea of being led by a superior force, much less by a group of fornicators. Yet I'm wondering who the Holy Spirit of this sect is. Cupid? Maybe. Saint Ass? Why not? Who cares? Upon these words, I would have liked to add a little fuck Donald Trump that's completely gratuitous, but I don't like throwing imperatives to encourage people to fuck one another. That's it. Next week, we'll further this thought by studying the rituals of the Church of Atheists, who chant in one voice, I don't believe in God, not the Father Almighty, not the Creator of heaven and earth, in their own private masses. Good night, old nags of Puritanism.